Hi, this is Al. So at the Open Institute, we spend a lot of time sort of thinking and worrying about citizens, and in particular how they make decisions, how they contribute to the decisions that are made in their welfare, and also how they contribute to the growth of their sectors. Think about small-scale farmers, think about small-scale traders, think about artisan miners and people like that. A lot of them have neither the time nor the capacity nor the know-how nor the knowledge to sort of spend any time sort of discussing policy around their issues. You and I know that if they did, if they were able to contribute to policy, it would be so much more sound. It would have such much more ownership. It would have a lot more sustainability. And when we're thinking about the Sustainable Development Goals, we have been thinking a lot more about how citizens, especially in some of the sectors, farming, and lately in the extractive sector, are involved and how they contribute to their governance. So in recent days, we have been sort of thinking through the extractive sector, and to help us do that, I'm happy to introduce Jonah, who has recently joined the Open Institute, and he will tell us a little bit about himself in a minute, but we sort of brought him on board to help us to sort of think through how our approach is going to be to the extractive sector, how people within the extractive sector can contribute to the achievement of the SDGs, especially using citizen power, and how we can scale some of the work that we've been doing with communities to include people in the extractive sector in Kenya. Kenya is rich extractives-wise. There's gemstones, there's oil, there's phosphor, there's rare earth minerals, and so on and so forth that are all over the country. If you just took a look at the map, which I'm going to have put on this video, you will just realize that with all of this wealth, citizens could be so much more fulfilled in their lives. They could live so much more sustainably, but they're not. So we are going to be asking why. We're going to be trying to figure out what happens in those sectors, and we're going to be satisfying ours and your curiosity around what could be done and how could their agency be improved. So we are really excited to be introducing Jonah Mngola, who is joining us from Strathmore to work with us in thinking about the extractive sector. So Jonah, would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what have you been doing before you came here, and what's your background?
My background is legal. I have worked and represented government agencies in my legal practice within the oil and gas sector. I've had the experience of contributing towards policy and legislation for government and also county government as well. And most recently working and having co-founded the Strathmore Extractive Industry Centre. I have had the chance to work with multi-state actors, both civil society, government, county government, and private sector in a varied number of issues within the extractive sector.
So now that you're here, you've already been working a little bit in terms of just thinking about how the industry is set up and so on, and how the citizens are. Mm-hmm. What do you anticipate that we're going to be doing over the next couple of months?
Well, there are quite a number of things that we've had the chance to brainstorm and see where Open Institute has a role to play insofar as citizens are concerned. We do see the possibility and a lot of potential in terms of giving the citizens a voice and letting them be heard within the extractive sector, because most of the conversations around issues within the extractive sector surround companies, government, county government, and private sector. You hardly get to hear the citizens' voices, and in terms of the citizen voices, getting the issues resolved and having them play a part within the sector itself.
Fantastic. So you'll be hearing a lot from Jonah on matters extractives, and you'll be hearing a lot from me as well. on as we go and grow this program and figure out how it is going to be working. So if you feel that there's a way that you could sort of add value to this program, if you feel you have ideas, things that you would like us to read, point out, anything, just reach out to us. hello@openinstitute.com is our email address. www.openinstitute.com is our website. Reach out to us at any point. We will figure out how we can work together. Thank you and have a good one.
Bye-bye.